Hey everyone, it's Amy. Today I have for you the Madam Glam September collection. This is House of Change. So Madam Glam so kindly sent me over the entire September collection, which is called House of Change. And this packaging is a little bit different. Here is what the packaging looks like. It is a gold cap. Bottles are a little bit skinnier, and instead of names on the bottom, we do have name, and then the swatch is right on the label, no swatches on the top. This is what Madam Glam bottles normally look like. And so these ones are a little bit smaller as well. These are 12 milliliters. They normally are 15. But they had this collection made out in Korea, which is really interesting. So I do have the full collection. It looks very fall-like. I'm very excited. I love fall colors. So let's get into it. Let's get swatching. So first up, we have Focus. Here's what Focus looks like. It's a mustard yellow shade, but it's kind of a brighter mustard yellow. I was expecting it to be a little bit darker, but it is kind of on the bright side for a mustard yellow. But again, this would be really nice for like sunflower type nails. Good transition from summer into fall. This next one is Night on Mars. Here's what Night on Mars looks like. This one's actually a glitter, and Madam Glam doesn't do too many glitters, but looks like we have about 3 in this collection. But it is a beautiful copper glitter with specks of black, as well as some holographic pieces in it. And honestly, this has Halloween glitter written all over it because it's like that orange and the black. Now you could definitely use this just for fall in general, but this is screaming Halloween glitter to me. I'm excited to do a second coat. First coat really had quite a bit of glitter in it, so I'm excited to do that second coat, see how it builds up. Next we have High Vibration. Here's what High Vibration looks like. It's kind of like a charcoaly silver, again with that holographic glitter in it, and it does have specks of black, but not as much as Night on Mars did. Next, we have Prosper Us. Here's what Prosper Us looks like. It is like a hunter green. It's almost an olivey green, but it leans more towards a hunter or a forest green. And I do have to say the formulation of this is a little bit different. So I'm not sure if the entire, like the gel and the packaging was made in Korea or just the packaging, but formula does seem a little bit different. It is a little bit more on the transparent side. Now, I think 2 coats is going to be full coverage. But again, this collection is a little bit different because it is made in Korea. Next, we have Moon Dust. Here's what Moon Dust looks like. It is very sparkly. It's a silver holographic with a gold holographic, and it also has some gold flakes in it as well. So it is very dimensional, very sparkly. This is going to be a good one for holidays, I think. Doing a couple coats of this with some snowflakes stamped on top, I think would look really pretty for holidays. Next, we have Abundance. Here's what Abundance looks like. It is kind of like a gray, brown, taupey type of a shade. This is going to be really good for accent nails, pairing with the brighter colors. It's always good to have a neutral in the collection. Next is Magnetic. Here's what Magnetic looks like. It is a bright burnt orange shade. And the final one we have in this collection is Virgo. Here's what Virgo looks like. It is a beautiful teal shade. Really, really, really pretty. Hopefully the camera is picking up on it. On my end in the camera, it looks very blue. In person, it is very teal. It's a good mix of that blue and the green. So let me go ahead and do a second coats of all of the colors, do top coats, and then we'll come back and show you guys the collection, do some comparisons, all that good stuff. Okay, so here are all of the swatches of the September collection, House of Change. And I absolutely love this collection. This is one of my favorites of the year, if not my favorite of the year. Well, one, I just love fall colors in general, but this collection has so many good ones, and I love this glitter formula. I don't feel like they've really done this glitter formula before, and I hope they continue it. I absolutely love it. It is a really good range, really good for throughout the entire fall season. Now let's get into some comparisons. I do have Madame Glam as well as Light Elegance comparisons. Now for focus, I did pull two from Madame Glam. These are the two mustard yellow shades that they have. We have Honey Mustard and we have Are We Lost? Which I don't think either of them are really going to compare that much. No, they are very different. I feel like Focus is a lot more cool toned and Honey Mustard is a lot warmer of a tone. Like what I said when I was swatching it, it's a lot brighter than like a traditional like mustard yellow shade. And then Are We Lost is a lot darker in shade. So that is a good one to add to the collection. And then I did pull from Light Elegance Grazing the Grasslands, which again, I don't think is going to be as comparable. I think this leans more towards the Honey Mustard. Yeah, this one's just a lot brighter. It almost has like a green undertone to it. Like it's a lot more of that cooler tone. And then for Night on Mars, the only one I pulled is Cinnamon from Light Elegance, which still isn't gonna really compare. But I couldn't find one that was close enough with this copper. This Night on Mars copper is more orangey versus this is more of a traditional like coppery shade. And then for High Vibration as well, I only pulled one from Light Elegance. This is Nairobi Nights. And this one leans almost more blue, like it has some blue in it, but I feel like that's the closest thing that they have. They're similar, but they're different. And then for Prosperous, I have quite a few, and I don't think any of them are going to really compare, but I have 3 from Madame Glam, 3 from Light Elegance. This one is Mysterious from Madame Glam. And Mysterious is like my favorite olive green shade. And so you can see that Prosperous is more of that like hunter or forest green. And then this one is Everglades So again, this is more of a olive green, so I'm not gonna pull that out. It's not even gonna compare. And then the only like forest green that I really have from Madam Glam is Lonely Boy. And I don't think it's gonna compare, but this is the one I've been using. And so you can see, compared to Lonely Boy, Prosperous does look like an olive green, but when you compare it to the olive green shades, it looks more of like a hunter or forest green. So it's kind of in between. So it is new to the collection, and I think I'm gonna reach for Prosperous over Lonely Boy. And then from Light Elegance, I have Pack Your Passport, which is really dark olive green. And the shades really are not comparable. I have Just a Little Selfish, which is gonna be, I think, closer to Lonely Boy. So again, not comparable. And then I did pull Ringmaster, but again, this one is more of a like olive green. This one leans more gray in tone, but not comparable. So that one is really new to the collection. Then moving on to Moon Dust. I pulled these two from Madam Glam just to show you what Madam Glam currently has as far as like their glitter shades. And they do every once in a while release like different formulas. Like last month's collection had the gold flakes and speckles mixed in with it, but it's not like a true glitter formula. So this is Silver Glitters. I think this is a lot of their older glitter formulas are kind of this chunky base. I really was not a fan of that. And then Silver Magic, this is more of like a holographic. So I really, really love this glitter formula that they did in this collection. So I really hope they continue to do this formula. Moving on to Abundance. I pulled some from Madam Glam, but they're not going to be too comparable. This one is Check Yourself. I feel like the ones I have look more gray in tone, and this one has more brown, I feel like. So yeah, you can see it looks more brown in comparison to these ones. This one's pretty lighter, which is almost like a purpley gray. So not really comparable, but I do like the addition of that. I was surprised that we didn't have anything like that from Madam Glam. And then I did pull Khakis and Cameras from Light Elegance, which might be a little bit closer. It's a little bit closer, but Abundance is still more brown and a little bit darker. So again, really good addition to the collection. Moving on to Magnetic. I pulled some of the like burnt orange from Madam Glam. We have a spiced cider. And I think you're gonna see here that Magnetic does look brighter. See how it's a little bit brighter? Not super bright, like it's still a burnt orange shade, but it is a little bit more vibrant than some of these that I have. This one is Spooky Pants, which I love Spooky Pants. But that one is totally different color. And then I pulled Curry On from Light Elegance, which I feel like this one's more red. Actually, that one gets close. Not complete dupe, but that one actually gets close to Magnetic. And then for Virgo, I again have 3 from Madam Glam, 3 from Light Elegance. And I don't think any of them are really gonna compare. This first one is Oh Happy Day, which is a lot more green, more muddy. This one is Green Energy. Which gets a little bit closer, but Virgo is still a lot brighter. This one's almost, it's not muddy, but a little bit deeper. This one is Blair Waldorf, which looks totally different. So this is really new to Madame Glam. I really love that color. From Light Elegance, I have 3 that I pulled. We have Worth Waiting For, which is going to be closer to Oh Happy Day, where it's a lot darker, more green. Mr. Peabody does get closer, but these are more similar. And then Well Seasoned is more of a blue color than a teal. So I mean, overall, between Madame Glam and Light Elegance, these are all really new shades. There was a couple that got close to Light Elegance. So it was that Virgo got close to Mr. Peabody, and then Magnetic got close to Crayon. Everything else was really different. Again, that's why I'm really loving this collection. It has some different colors that are all pretty for fall. I'm loving the glitter formulas. I'm just so excited for this collection. I'm so excited to do nails with it. So again, here are all the colors all together. I can't stop raving about this collection. I just absolutely love it. When I have people come to me for nails this fall, I'm going to be reaching for all of these colors. Again, it's a good range. I love the glitters. I love fall colors. I just love this collection. But I am curious what your thoughts are on this collection. Leave them in the comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the collection. The only thing I would have to complain is, I know they're trying to do something different with the packaging, but I like all the packaging to look the same on my shelves. So I do hope they go back to the old packaging. And the cream formula was slightly different. Like, it wasn't a big difference. They're still very full coverage. But again, I just hope they go back to their regular one. But this is a fun one for fall. As always, I do have a discount code with Madame Glam. It'll be up on the screen. So definitely get your discount on the new collection and any other ones you need to pick up for the fall season. Thank you again to Madame Glam for sending me over this whole collection. I am beyond excited that they sent me this collection. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy my swatching and comparison videos. Make sure you subscribe for tutorials coming out very soon. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.